Welcome, welcome, welcome to 531 Kinesiology and Occupational Performance, and welcome to OT School. This is going to be such a fun endeavor. I remember when I chose the difference between occupational therapy and physical therapy, I told myself I didn't want to do 3 sets of 10 all the time. I wanted to mix it up. And I've been so pleasantly surprised throughout my career. I'm Dr. Troya. I will be leading this course in partnership with Dr. Frickle, and the two of us are going to guide you through the world of human movement. This is really the foundation of what we do because movement is life. I've seen so many people who are stagnant and just stuck, lying in hospital beds, lying in their own beds, rotting on their couch, not connecting their body to their world. My goal for this semester is not just to focus on how do you learn the anatomy, how do you learn the mechanics associated with each movement, the testing to engage in, to identify potential problems. All of that will come. My goal is to change the way you see everything around you. A little background about me. I'm from Omaha, Nebraska. Grew up here. Went to Creighton for undergrad, Creighton for occupational therapy school. And there was a Jesuit value that's a Jesuit school. There's a Jesuit value that stuck with me in my time at Creighton. They would say, find God in all things. So, from the trees to the ants, it's very Buddhist in nature. But you just look everywhere for God. And when I was in occupational therapy school, I was truly enamored by finding function in all things. When I was taking kinesiology myself in OT school, we would go out as a class, and I couldn't help myself, but I would watch the bartender mixing cocktails, and he'd move his arms in these ways, and I asked myself, wait, so what nerve is he using there? Oh, but what muscle does he need to use there? And all of a sudden, it consumed everything I saw to the point to where now, when my son is throwing me a baseball, I can't help it. So, with this course, what we'll do is we'll begin by laying the foundation of what are the basic structures that are required to engage in functional activities. And then we'll move into what are the potential problems that can arise with each part of the body. As we move through the syllabus, what I want you to see is here's my information, and I want you to be comfortable reaching out to me if you have any problems. So here's my office number, but you're more than welcome to reach out to me by cell phone or email, whichever is most convenient for you. But my hope for you is that you're aware that I've got my life here. I have a 4-year-old son. I've got my wife. I have friends. I have things that I do outside of class. So anything after 9 p.m., I really would like you to save for the morning, especially if it's a text. Weekends, I would also like to say, if you're going to reach out to me, I wouldn't expect a response until Monday morning. Our hope is that we teach you how to manage a work-life balance. How do you work very hard, grind through these difficult tasks, but then also allow your body the time to recover? That's what I expect. That's what I hope for you. So my best thing to do would be to model it. So here's my information here. My office hours will be held on Tuesdays from 8 to 12 and Thursdays from 1 to 4. My plan is to be on campus during those times if you need me, or available by Teams, whichever works best for you. I structured this around my lab times, so I'll be on campus for most of that anyway, unless something isn't scheduled. So please feel free. I also like the open door policies as well. So Tuesdays and Thursdays, stop by my office. My office is right next to Dr. Frickles, right next to the OT lab. It's not that big of a space, so you'll find me. Feel free to knock, walk on in, ask me a question. I really want to empower this idea that I can't help you if I don't know what you're struggling with. And if I don't know the answer, I'll tell you. And I'll by Sunday so that on Monday you can have access to this video to watch. The other portion is going to be in lab. So it's going to be a combined lab. So you'll watch the lecture and then you'll come to lab. The reason why it is so important for you to watch the lectures and to do the readings is because I will not have time to cover everything that you will need for lab. Lab is meant to be hands-on, practical, get those reps in so that you can build your confidence and competence as you move through the program. So labs will be held Tuesdays from 1 to 4. The objectives we have here, the course outcomes we have right here, these are the textbooks that we're going to be using. So the short textbook is going to be your heavy hitter, the Functional Anatomy for Occupational Therapy. Most of our work is going to come from here. The readings are critical. The Pedretti's Occupational Therapy Practice, there are a handful of chapters in here that we're going to use. In the syllabus, I tell you when I'm using that text to influence the lecture and when I'm using the short. But for the most part, the short text is going to be the most important. With this course, it is going to be forgive me, I thought this was a 3 credit hour course. So you have the 2 credit hours. So you have 1 credit hour of lab and you have 1 credit hour of lab, 1 credit hour of the didactic work. So 2 lectures. So this will lead to about 6 hours of work a week for this class, in addition to the 3 hours of face-to-face work. I'll get that squared away at lab, and we'll talk more about the specific expectations once we're there. In terms of what to expect for the semester, okay, so where do the points come from? We have these participation and professionalism points. Really, it's, are you coming to lab? Are you arriving to lab on time, ready to work? Are you engaged in the activities associated during lab? So really, participation and professionalism is showing up. The big hitters for this course, you'll have a midterm exam, you'll have a final exam, and then you'll have 2 practicals. So you'll have each practical will be worth 50 points each. 1 practical will be completed on campus in the lab. The other practical will be completed at the Exarban Skilled Living Facility. As we move through, my expectation, again, I know I mentioned this earlier, if you reach out to me, I expect to get back to you within 24 hours. So I don't like to let emails build. I don't like to let text messages build. So as long as it's within that time frame we talked about, I'm going to get back to you within 24 hours. Again, if you send me a message at 10 p.m. saying, hey, I need help with this assignment, you can really expect either the following day or the day after that, just realistically with what is needed. When it comes to grading, for all assignments, all grades will be posted within 10 days of the due date. So gave 10 days to be kind to myself, but really I'm going to aim for a week. And all exam grades will be finalized within 48 hours. When it comes to late assignments and exams and all that work, I need to communicate. I need your communication. If I don't know that there's a problem, and then all of a sudden, oh, I have this life circumstance that's happening. If I don't know about it, I can't modify. So if something's happening in your life, You are a person first, student second. You are not defined by these grades. You are not defined by being an occupational therapist. I get it, life happens. I just need to know that it's happening so that I can give you the space and grace you need so that we can walk and chew gum at the same time. The expectations are built in here. So I'm not going to read over each and every bit of it, but what I do want to spend some time going over is AI. So at Nebraska Methodist, we believe in the power of AI. We understand how AI can be incredibly helpful in building our knowledge and skill set, and I use it. I love it. I absolutely love it. I've taken classes on it. It has helped me immensely to kind of be like an executive assistant. With that being said, you have to be intentional with how you use it. I like to use the analogy, AI is kind of like my 18-year-old sister who's getting ready to go to college. She can write something for me, and it is the framework, I guess. I don't totally trust it. I don't think that she might have done it to the level that I would have, and maybe it's not filled with facts. At least that's my 18-year-old sister. I don't know if you guys have siblings around that age, but wonderful person, but just has some area to grow. So whenever I'm using AI and I want to present something to you all, I ask, would I let my 18-year-old sister give this to my students? 9 times out of 10, the answer is no. So what I do is I look at that content and I review it and I refine it. It gives me the foundation, and I use AI to help test my knowledge. I use it as a teaching tool. When going over the shoulder complex, I will talk back and forth with it like it's a tutor. And I will make sure that there aren't pieces of a lecture that I'm missing, or specific elements that I might have missed. The goal of AI is to enhance, not to perform. So use it, use it, use it. But if you're using it to cut corners, it's a habit that will transition into the clinic. I had a professor my first semester who told me that you can cheat on my tests. You can cheat on every single one of my exams. Just know if you cheat now, you will cheat then. You will cheat when you're looking at the eyes of your patient. I did not cheat. I locked that in place and I worked my tail off. And that paid off. In terms of the assignments and readings and everything that you can expect, I have a week-to-week outline for you built into the syllabus. And what I want you to do is I want you to reference this, because I'm going to really try to make sure that what is here is on Brightspace. And if I have to make a change on here or Brightspace, you will know as soon as I know. But I'm going to do my best for the entire semester to hold on to this process, this system. And this looks like a lot. We're going to go over the whole body. We're doing it from head to toe. You're going to gain the foundation for your next semester, and it can feel like a lot. It's because it is. My recommendation for you, take it 1 week at a time. We use to make sure that we are holding true to our values throughout our educational process. So I know it's kind of quick and dirty. We didn't need to do too much in depth because I'm ready for Monday. I am so excited to get this kinesiology week 1 lecture out to you that I gotta turn around and I gotta record it. So I'm gonna get that recording completed. Some fun. This profession is hard, but it's also so joyful. It's so much fun. We get to let people do the things they love again. Whether they lost it or they'd never seen it before. It's so much fun. So, I'm excited to be with you all, and I'm ready to get this going. Thank you.